Hello, brothers and sisters of the interwebs. This is Steel Phoenix here with another theory. And this theory is based in the theory that Raven is either part of the White Fang and taught Adam how to actually use his weapon and was his tutor, or that she is just part of the villain's team in general. Now, before we get into the meat of this theory, I'm going to give a quick announcement that I will be doing theories once a week until I run out of theories, which is very unlikely considering how many theories there are out there. They won't be Rwby theories forever, though, because there are only so many of those theories out there that have enough basis for me to actually do a theory on without it being me grasping for straws. But without further ado, let's get into the theory as to why Raven is Adam's tutor. Firstly, we're going to get into why people believe that she is part of the White Fang, which this is a very loose thing in my opinion. It's not exactly like set in stone because she hasn't been seen with any other White Fang in through the rest of the series other than at one point when she was on the train. But there are two main things that actually give her links to the White Fang, aside from obviously the fighting style, which we'll get into later as to why we believe that she is the tutor of Adam. Firstly, Crow in the most recent season, which at this point is Volume 3, said, and I quote, "Raven's got an interesting way of looking at the world that I don't particularly agree with." Some people took this like it could point to her being part of the White Fang because due to the extremist setup and the extremist beliefs of the White Fang at this point, after the death of their peaceful leader, with them becoming extremists and essentially terrorists, Crow doesn't exactly agree with their methods and how they look at the world, where they believe that humans should be destroyed and that the Faunus should rule so they can provide quote-unquote equality. Another connection that people make with her and the White Fang is that she has a Grim mask. Although it is in a very different style, it has 4 eyes rather than just the 2 slits for a normal Grim mask and the like, but it's a Grim mask nonetheless. And some people say that the feathers that are on her mask or on her head, depending on like how close you actually follow that, the feathers they believe mean that she is Faunus, but I'm not entirely sure I believe that, considering the feathers did seem to be removed when she removed her mask when talking to Yang, which we never got an explanation as to what they talked about or if it was just a dream or anything, but that's a discussion for another time. Continuing along on to why it is believed that she is Adam's tutor, the main thing is that they share a similar fighting style, which is the, and don't kill me if I botch how this is said, because I haven't really studied many foreign languages, is the Aeto fighting style, which involves a draw and quick slash, which is shown mostly with Adam, because we've only seen Raven fight once, and that was only briefly. And that is normally his sort of Crimson Crescent attack, which has been shown to completely obliterate whatever droid it was in the Black trailer. I don't really know what the droid is called, but it was also what he used to, spoiler alert here if you have not watched through Volume 3, because this is a rather large spoiler, it was what he used to cut off Yang's arm, which there's also going to be a discussion about that later down the line too. But the main reason that it is believed that she taught Adam this style, because it was shown that she does use this style when she attacked Neo, she did the Aeto style, where she did the draw and slash instantly, before she did the full draw out her sword and extend it into an actual fighting stance. But the main reason that it is believed that she taught Adam and not that he just learned how to fight that way on his own or anything is due to the way that he believes in equality and whatnot for the faunus, how he believes that the human race should be essentially destroyed and that they should essentially kill any humans that stand against faunus equality, or any humans in general, because anyone that fights them, despite them being terrorists, is considered by him to be someone trying to stop their equality march, essentially. And due to his beliefs, it's not likely that he learned from a school how to fight with his weapon properly. Unlike Raven, who we know went to Beacon, and we know learned how to properly use her weapon from the teachers there. It is believed that after she left Taiyang and the rest of Team Stark, that she went and found Adam and taught him how to properly use his weapon, which is why they have such a similar fighting style, despite the weapons being a bit different, with Adam's being an actual katana slash Aido proper weapon, and hers being more like a washing pole, where it is about as big as she is. But that is essentially why people believe they are connected, is the Grim Mask, the quote from Crow, and their similar fighting styles. However, there's another part to this theory, and that is that Raven is actually joining with the enemy, and with, like, Salem, and with Cinder and all of them, because, like we said, she hasn't been shown in any other scene with the White Fang other than on the train, and that was just to save Yang. The reason that it is believed that she is, along with Cinder and Salem and all of them, is mostly the portals. The red portals that have been shown. The biggest instance with the portal was when Cinder stole part of the Fall Maiden's power, and it was shown that the scarab bug grim thing from her glove used a portal that was similar to Raven's. There was also the portal shown elsewhere as well, and it is shown that she uses the portal to leave the train afterward. This is possibly a portal that led back to around where Salem was, wherever Salem is on Remnant, or if she's in another dimension parallel to Remnant, which some people believe. One of the other bigger evidence that could go either way, that she is working with the White Fang, or that she is working with Cinder and them, is that Crow says that Raven said that Yang should not expect the kindness that she showed when saving her, despite her being her daughter, which I believe is the only reason that she saved her at that time, is because they are related. But due to Yang being both against the White Fang and against Salem and Cinder and their plots, technically, she would not want to help Yang because it would go against what she's trying to do as well, alongside Cinder and Salem and them, or the White Fang, depending on which of the two theories you believe. So she doesn't want to have to save Yang again and have to fight which side she wants to be on, if she wants to be on Yang's side, which is against the side that she's currently on, or if she wants to be on the side she's currently on, which is against Yang and her brother and her husband, technically, because I don't think they ever got truly divorced. But in conclusion, it is believed that either she is working with Salem and Cinder and all of them in whatever plot they have, or she is working with the White Fang and trying to work for equality and whatever that is. It all depends on which of these bits of evidence you find more convincing. Anyway, if you enjoyed this, leave a like, comment any other evidence you may have to support or deny this theory, or comment any other theories that you want me to cover later that are related to Rwby, or for any other thing, possibly another anime, possibly a movie or something. Leave those in the comments below, and check out the technical sister theory to this over on Keen Theory's channel. I'll leave the link to that in the description below. They did a theory that was essentially the semblance of Raven and Crow, what they might have like a sort of shared semblance type. And I found it really interesting. Maybe you will too. Like I said, links to that theory will be in the description below. But that's all I have for this one. So as usual, thank you, have a nice day. This is Steel Phoenix, signing off.